All right, all right, all right. All right, here we go. Here we go. No games, just business podcast, episode 33. I'm Darius. I'm here with my man Don. What's good, Don?
Ain't nothing much, man. Ain't nothing much. Just happy for my man's De'Aaron Fox. Just put up 38 on the Warriors. Oh, they going down real soon.
Who? Who? They ain't believe in the Kings?
They ain't believe, but they gonna make some believers up out of them.
They sleeping?
They in a coma.
Who the Kings play? Who the Kings play next if they win?
Either Lakers or Grizzlies.
Ooh, them Lakers boy gonna put a spanking on them. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Lakers
Oh
losing
yeah, right
tomorrow.
now.
The
No, they're not.
Lakers are losing. Okay, we gonna
No,
see.
they're not.
We gonna
No, they're
see.
not. No, they're not.
We gonna see.
No, they're not.
But
Yeah,
I
man.
want I want everybody to like, subscribe, comment, share it on all platforms, Apple, Spotify. I'm missing anything? TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
Hit it all on the money, man. Hit it all on the money. YouTube got the visuals, so definitely come see us there. And definitely we are definitely on TikTok. So if you're out there TikToking, hit us up, man. Come check us out. You already know. Man, oh man, we got a lot going on, man. We got the NBA players, NBA playoffs, NBA playoffs going on. We got the Knicks already cooking up.
Hey, hey.
Knicks boys cooking up, man. Yo, I'm gonna have to talk to Jimmy, man, because he
Hmm.
ain't believe when I said Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson really running the show over there.
I was about to say,
But but if Julius, I get on him a little bit later. I get on him a little bit later. But yeah, you got the Knicks. They got their dub today. So the Sixers get that dub today. The Celtics continue to cook up.
they
The
beat that
Kings,
ass.
the Kings. You've been talking about the Kings for the last two
Hey,
months.
I've been telling y'all, yeah. Well, not so much you. You ain't. At first, you pushed back on it, but then I guess you started to see the light of it. I guess you seen that beam up out there in Sacramento. Jimmy, the only one still. Oh, the dynasty. Okay.
Greatness, man.
Yeah, great, of course, greatness. You know, yeah. How dare we say a team that hasn't done nothing yet beat a dynasty?
Yeah, right, right. And as we talk about basketball, man, we're gonna get into a lot of things tonight. Now we got the playoffs. We got the playoff round, first round predictions. What's gonna happen in the first round? What do we predict there? Then we got OBJ. We're gonna cycle right to football. We're gonna go OBJ to the Ravens. Wow, big signing for them, right? Big signing for them. That's a big name player. We don't know if he's still got the game that he used to have, but it's a big time player as far as a name. Then we're gonna go back to the NBA and we're gonna see which player, which team really needed championship the most at this time of the season. And then we're gonna go what our usuals round robin. We got the round robin around the league. We're gonna just talk about a few topics that we got off the top of the head, and we're gonna go from there. And then we got 32 teams in 10 weeks. The draft is almost here.
Hmm.
So we're gonna finish up with 32 teams in 10 weeks. We got the Jags, Vikings, and Giants this week. So this is gonna be real exciting, man. So let's get it started, Don. Let's get it started. Let's start off with these playoffs, man. Start off with the playoffs, man. The East, the East. They sometimes call them the least, but we got the East, and we're gonna start off with the Bucks in Miami. Because you're the Miami fan, brother, I'll let you start it off, man. Get it off your chest, man.
I think we're on the same page here. I really do. You know, I did a video earlier. I said I didn't want Miami to make the playoffs. To be honest with you, I was rooting for the Bulls the other night. Like I was not
Like
here.
that?
Hey, I'm not here for it, man. Like, what? What? I mean, against the Bucks, what we gonna get? We either gonna get swept or we gonna get gentlemen swept. We're not beating them. We're not beating Giannis. Bam, like I said earlier, he's too inconsistent. One night he might score 30, another night you don't see Bam. Other night we ain't see Bam. All he was doing was grabbing rebounds, but other than that, he wasn't on nothing. So the only real reliable person we got is Jimmy, and I'm sorry, I don't think Jimmy can defeat Giannis and Drew Holiday. To be honest with you, because Drew Holiday probably is going to stick to Jimmy and make it a little bit more tougher. I still think Jimmy gonna do his thing, but I mean everybody else is inconsistent. Like we had Struce go off for 31 the other night. When the last time he scored 30? Like, come on, man. Like we lack talent against a team that got Brooke Lopez, Giannis, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday. I mean, I'm just not sold on this team, and this my team. Honestly, I wanted us not to make playoffs, so they would have to be forced to make a move and go out here and get somebody, because I think they thought, oh, last year we was only one shot away from the finals. We can run it back. Hell no, we can't. Like we can't. Like Kyle Lowry isn't doing much. I seen Brian Windhorst say the other day, watch the Miami Heat for Dame Lillard if he requests a trade. I seen him say that. And if we get Dame, oh, I'm gonna be in here popping big shit like I do with the Bengals. I'm letting you know that now. But as of for right now, in this series, Miami either getting swept or gentlemen swept.
Amen. Amen. I don't blame you, man. If y'all get Dame, you got the right to talk, but but you know what? Houston, we're gonna be here. Give us 2 years, man. Give us 2 years.
Oh,
We
Jesus.
got some young talent over there, man. We got Sagoon. We got, what I'm saying, we got Kevin
I do
Porter
like
Jr.
I do like I don't really like Kevin Porter like that. I like like Sig.
Sagoon is that guy. Because I
I
wanted
like
I
him and
wanted us
Jalen Green.
I wanted us to tank for Wanamaker, but with Sagoon down in the paint, I mean, we get Scoot Henderson. That would be nice right there. That'd be a nice piece.
Mhm.
But this ain't about the Rockets. This ain't about the Rockets. Let's bring it back to the Bucks of Miami here.
Talk about
You're right,
playoff
man.
team.
You're right. Let's talk about some playoff teams. So, yeah, man, I can't go. You know how I am, man. I gotta stick. I gotta stick with my favorites, man. The Bucks is already my Eastern Conference favorites. I got them coming out the East to go to the championship this year. But it's gonna be a tough matchup for these Heat, man. Uh, I pr- I don't predict the gentleman sweep. I don't predict the sweep. I think Jimmy Butler's going to give them at least one playoff Jimmy moment where he just goes off for 35 points and Miami steals a game in this series. But I got the Bucks winning 4-1. I don't see anyone stopping Giannis single handedly. And you're right. Uh, Bam got to step it up. I
Mhm.
mean, he got killed on the boards. He got killed on the boards, and the Heat got killed on the boards when they played the Hawks. I mean,
Mhm.
thank God he bounced back, but like you said, he didn't do much besides grab rebounds. He had 17 boards that night. Okay, cool. I think a lot of times, even though this team like they're tough, but they play old. Like Kyle Lowry is is not the same.
Mhm.
I mean, I wasn't the biggest Kyle Lowry fan, especially when he was on the Rockets. I'm not a big Kyle Lowry guy. Um, Jimmy can't do it all by himself, and he's not consistent. He's not an offensive threat, so like he doesn't want to go out there and have to be the offensive guy every single night. And then, like you said, Bam has to step it up. Tyler Hero, he'll go off for 25, and then he'll shy around that 12 to 14 point range. He has to play a little with some consistency. So I think these guys are play a little old, and I think the Bucks is just going to be too hungry and too tough. The way they're playing at this moment in the season is just going to be too tough for Miami at this point.
And also, I mean, we saw, we joke about the bubble with the Lakers, but Miami got beat the Bucks in the bubble. Yeah, I think it was like 4-2 or 4-1, and then the very next year they got that ass swept by the Bucks. So now also it's to believe, oh, we're going to even contend with this team when Miami continuously goes on scoring droughts, and they'd be like, bro, like y'all can't buy a bucket for nothing. And I mean, the only pushback I would say on with what you said is, I got faith in Jimmy. If he see his teammates not doing nothing, Jimmy gonna try to start attacking. I don't know if it's going work with Drew Holiday on the other end, but I got faith in Jimmy. That's about the only one, and that's why I said like a few weeks ago, I wouldn't blame Jimmy if he requested a trade because I mean, what we doing here? Like Bam, that's a good name, but he ain't he's not that skilled. Bro just now started knocking down mid range shots more consistent this year. I mean, I just want them to either get swept or lose in five just to get them up out of here. Like I don't want to see this no more this season.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I got them losing in 5 right there, man. Right there. So we're gonna circle it right back. And we're gonna get to the New York Knicks versus the Cavs, man. Oh man, New York Knicks, man. New York Knicks. The Knicks already won one game.
Mm,
Brunson is out there, and I know Mark Cuban's out there punching air somewhere. Him and Luca probably texting each other like, "I hate you." Luca
mm.
probably sent them that late text like, "Yo, you serious? You serious? You see what we could have had? See what we could have been?" But
Yeah.
I really think this series is gonna rely on Julius Randle having to step up. He has to be a little bit more efficient. 7 for 20 on the field and 5 turnovers. Brunson had 27 points, but like, yeah, 19 from Julius Randle. But I need a little bit more from him. I need a little bit more. Yeah, they won the game, but the Cavs really only had what's the name, Spider out there scoring. I mean, God forbid Garland hits a couple more shots. This game is turns out to be favorite for the Cavs, or takes a little bit more shots. He only took 13 shots, so you know, defensively, this is going to be a tough. This is going to be a tough series because both teams are going to fight. And the Cavs got to step it up. They got to find another piece on offense to score because Brunson is going to bring it every night. And I think even with the highs and lows from Julius Randle, it's still enough for them to pull this to take the win. But even Mobley has to step it up. Darius Garland has to take a little bit more shots, and not be so much of a facilitator. Um, because Spider can't put up 35, 40 points a night to keep up. I honestly, I see this game going to 7. I see this series going to 7 games, and I'm gonna take the Knicks. I think the Knicks
Ooh,
will pull it out. Yep,
ooh.
I'm gonna go with the Knicks,
I'm
man.
I'm on the other side. I like the Cavs, but I also do have it in seven. But I also would say I wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks win in seven. Like after what I seen today, Josh Hart and Hartenstein, they came off the bench and I mean they're role players, but they did their jobs and added. Josh Hart hit some big shots in the fourth quarter. I mean Brunson started to do his thing, and I mean it's just hard for me to go against Spider, to be honest with you. Like I've seen this man go toe to toe with multiple people in the playoffs and drop 40 on different people. I mean, even when him and Jamal Murray was going back and forth in the playoffs a couple years back, it's just gonna be hard for me to see the Knicks stopping him. But also, they don't really have to stop him. I mean, Knicks have a pretty good defense, but you got Jalen Brunson on the other side going bucket for bucket with him. So I mean, you got somebody that can score right with him. And before the series, I was asking like, how healthy is Julius Randle ankle going to be? But I mean, he played decent today. Like, I can't say that he played horrible. And so this series here, I'm just. Ugh. The Knicks did win 3 out of the 4 games of the season, but I just think Donovan Mitchell and Garland gonna show up next game. They're gonna get this win and they're gonna steal one inside New York. That's what
Mm,
I'm thinking.
wow. One thing I like about Brunson, he plays both sides of the ball, man. He's not afraid to get down and dirty, play a little defense. He's not afraid to take. and make big shots, which
Mhm.
is what you need when you're playing against a guy like Spider. You need to go bucket for bucket. You can't be afraid to 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 take the shot that someone says, what we don't need that, and it goes in. And it's like, okay, we'll take that. We'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, the Cavs are probably still the favorite because I think overall they have a better roster. But you know what I love, man? I love to see these guys like Kuzma. I wish Lonzo was healthy, but Josh Hart, I would say Josh Hart and Kuzma mainly. You know, just coming from that young Lakers team, and now I feel like they're playing a lot more free than what they were before. Like it was always like they both were trying to fight to kind of save their careers or trying to fight for a roster spot, and now it's kind of like they found their place in the league, and it's great because they're playing well. Josh Hart, like you said, had a nice
Mm-hmm.
game, today.
You seen Kuzma and Dinwiddie the other day?
Yeah. I saw the back and forth. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kuz had to do him like that, man.
I mean,
Kuz had to go low bolo like that, man.
oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Oh man. So we got the Sixers in Brooklyn, man. You want me to
Mm.
start this? I mean, I think this is easy for me, man.
Yeah, go ahead. Because I don't know if it's easy for me. I
Very
don't
easy
know.
for me. It's going to be a gentleman's sweep. It's going to be a gentleman's sweep, which you said earlier.
Mm.
It's going to be. Thank you, Brooklyn. We appreciate you guys for showing up, but this is just practice for us, man. This Mikael Bridges, this 30 points a night, yeah, that we'll give you that. We give you that because you ain't got no one else to play. Philly, overall, great game. The big three, all three of them, 20 plus points. That's what I like to see. Harden, finally, offensively, he looks like he's playing with a little confidence. 13 assists. I love that. I love when I see him hit that step back three. And B, I mean, being a quiet force. He went 11 for 11 from the free throw line. He played very well today, just under 50% from the floor. I like that. Mikael Bridges is they're gonna let him score the points because overall they got no one else that they have to really worry about. And I think there's gonna be a sweep, 4 games,
Mm.
and Brooklyn's going home.
Um, I think the Nets can at least get one. To be honest with you, Mikhail, ever since that Sun Street, bruh has been balling. I remember that conversation we had with Jimmy when he was bigging up Mikhail, and we was like, oh, when he said he could be Jalen Brown. Hey, I don't know, man. I might have to retract some of that stuff. So, retract a little bit, to be honest with you. I mean, the I say this. The Sixers, I mean, they had a historic day shooting threes, to be honest with you. Harden hit 7 threes. Bro only made, bro had 23 points, and 21 of them came from threes. I don't want to say this and then they come back and bite me, but I mean, we could see another Houston Rockets type of thing with all these shoes getting shot because they trying to get the ball out of Embiid's hand. They've been double teaming him all day and leaving shooters wide open. Which I guess if I had the game plan, I would want somebody else to beat me. So yeah, that's a good game plan. But man, shooters was being left open left and right, and then you still wasn't able to stop Embiid like that. And like you said, the only score on the other side was Mikal Bridges. So what's the game? What's the game plan now? Like, where you gonna get more points from? I mean, Cam Johnson hit some threes here and there, but other than that, I
Yeah.
mean, where the points coming from? To be honest with you, and I, yeah, honestly, that I could see them getting swept, but I lean to them at least getting one in Brooklyn because I don't see them winning in Philly. To be honest with you, the way unless they change up that game plan drastically.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they all hit their shots. I mean, Tobias went 3 for 3 from the three. I mean, you got PJ Tucker. He's a 3 and D kind of guy with his 6 points, but both of them on 3 pointers. James Harden went over 50% from the three. So yeah, I mean, double teaming Embiid, he'll give you one every other night, right? Every night he'll give you one. So yeah. Uh, you know what? Shout out. We got to shout out Gilbert Arenas, man. Um, but I saw him. He was on a podcast, and he was talking. He was breaking down on how the game has changed, and they were saying, um, they were talking about uh, they were talking about how like the AAU, college basketball, high school basketball, and like the pros is pretty much all like very very similar. Like there's no differentiation. There's no difference between each game. Like it's every level you go to is pretty much the same. Like everyone's a
Hmm.
travel team, and there's no like there's no logic. There's not huge logic in basketball anymore. There's not a breakdown of different skill sets. Everyone is just literally ballers. Like everyone just kind of goes out there and balls, and that's how I see Mikal Bridges as like he's just another guy that's just a baller, like a Jamal Craw.
Hmm.
Everyone is he. Gilbert Arenas is basically saying like it was nice to have guys that had different skill sets, and then you have a baller come off the bench like a Jamal Crawford, a Lou Will, a J.R. Smith, like those
Yeah.
guys as just 6 men to come out and just they're just gonna score the ball. But like he was
Hmm.
saying, everyone is like that now. Everyone can
It's
damn
a
near
fact.
score the ball. You know how many people I wake up and I'm like 40 points from who? Who? 40
Yeah,
points
you're
is the
right.
new 25. It's like crazy.
You're right. You're right. I mean, scoring is up, the pace is up, so people get more opportunities to shoot the ball. And hey, all you gotta do is just be some type of skilled or can shoot, and you gonna get to the line, and you gonna get them points. To be honest with you, I mean, I wouldn't say no average Joe could go out there and do it, but these guys been playing all their life, so yeah, I can definitely see them going out there and getting buckets.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So what you think about the series, man? What you think?
Uh, I'm just gonna say I don't like Philly. So
Come on, man. You gotta take the bias out of this, man.
I can't. I got them winning, but I'm not gonna. Is all in. Do I see them sweeping, or do I see it just being a gentleman sweep? I'll go gentleman sweep. I mean, I think Philly Day comes next round.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. This is gonna be a gentleman's sweep. So then we got Boston and the Hawks.
Mm,
What you think
mm.
about this one?
Yeah, it got so bad. Halftime, it was down by 30 or so, and I said, "Nah, bro, this ain't it. I can't watch this no more." I left the house. I mean, I see they came back a little bit. They lost only by 13, but they shot 17% from the three. Trey Young had a quiet game. And that's what I was thinking. I was just like, they got bodies to throw at him from Derek White to Marcus Smart to Brogdon. Like, Trey Young ain't going to be able to do all that nonsense that he be doing that he did to the Knicks a few years ago. I mean, Murray had a good game, but then, Clint Capella isn't going to be able to basically rule the paint like how he did Miami a few 8 days ago. You got Al Horford, you got Time Lord down there also.
You got
Like it's
Robert
not
Williams
going,
down there.
yeah, it's not going to happen. And then you still got to deal with Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown, and then on top of that, Derek White put up 20 also. So you had three people go over for 20. And on any given night, you could have Brogdon go off for 20. You could have Marcus Smart, Horford, Derek White. Like this Celtics team is too deep, and the Hawks just don't have enough to be able to compete with a team like that. I mean, swept. They are getting swept. I don't like Atlanta either. They are getting swept. I can't see them getting the game. The way that, bro, the way Boston looked earlier, Boston was whooping that ass. Like it wouldn't even look like it was competition out there. Like they shouldn't even been on the same court as them.
Yo, honestly, I was like in the same boat as far as saying, um, I could see this being a sweep as well. But I was like, two sweeps. I think the NBA is gonna find a way to recoup their money and say, we got to drag this one out a little bit. Hawks, we got to give you one, and it's gonna be one of those nights where Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown just can't hit a shot because that'll happen every so often. Like they take enough shots to where, like the fourth quarter, Jason Tatum missed about three or four shots. And then Jalen Brown didn't even really shoot the ball in the fourth quarter. So what does that lead to? The Hawks coming
But
back.
but Jalen Brown did have a hand injury somewhat. He did downplay it, but I mean he had a hand injury.
See?
But I mean they still lost by 13. It wasn't close.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think offensively they just got the 1-2 punch and it's just like they just go down the court and it's just like it's your turn, it's my turn, it's your turn. And the way they cook is just it's like it's like magic, man. It's just like damn, like these guys are really like these two are really a good duo together. Even though I don't think it's gonna last, because I because like I've been saying that it's not gonna last, but I think Jimmy, put the cherry on top when he said, like, what else? They have such a complete roster. What else could they do besides get rid of Jalen Brown to try to then get another star to be even better? So like that's really their only piece that they can really give away to maybe get over the hump. So I don't know. I'm not. I'm gonna give them the flowers right now while they're still together. I'm gonna do that.
That's the hate.
Hey,
That's the hate.
I'm a Houston fan, so I ain't no hate around here, man. There's actually, you know what? I will say there's no NBA team I hate. I used to hate the Spurs. I used to hate the Spurs.
They was too boring for me to hate.
But other than that, there was no NBA team I hated. But there's definitely a few NFL teams I truly hate.
Oh, we know. Oh,
Oh
we
yeah.
know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We know. One of them in my background.
Oh, it might be. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
I
I
don't
know.
know.
Yeah, you showing your true colors over the past couple months, and I was just like, man, we're wrong with them.
Oh, just know we coming. We coming. You see my hand right
What you got for Nuggets and Timberwolves?
Nuggets and Timberwolves, man. This is another one where I think this one could be a sweep. Honestly, I
Sweet.
a sweep,
Ooh,
a sweep. If anything, I think the Nuggets could pull off one because we've seen that they don't play well when Rudy Gobert
Gobert.
is in the lineup with Cat. It doesn't work. I think they're positive in wins when he doesn't play. So I mean, if Anthony Edwards can't shoot the way he shot the other night, he can't
He
shoot
got a
like that.
shoulder injury.
Hey, all these nagging, lingering injuries are starting to show up. So I mean, when you playing against the best team in the West, you got to show up. And Joker's gonna put all his players in a position to win games, and they're healthy. Jamal Murray's finally healthy. Aaron Gordon's healthy. Um, who else they got out there?
Murray, Porter Jr. Um,
Yeah, Porter Jr. is out there. So I mean, you're going into a really high-powered offensive team and they're tall and they're lanky and they're athletic. So Timberwolves gonna have to man up a little bit and play this Denver's team a lot better.
who you got winning and oh, you said sweet. Oh yeah, you did say
I can
sweet.
see it as a sweep. If anything, I see the Timberwolves getting one, pulling one out.
Um, I don't know, man. Like, I'm high on Jokic, but at the same time, I'm just like, man, I'm not sold on I've come down on the Nuggets getting out the West. You know, um, I just feel like after Embiid and Jokic, Cat probably is the third best skilled center in the game, and I mean that jumper Cat got. Jesus, that boy can shoot. So I'm thinking like him and Ant. I think they can at least they can make this a series. I would not be surprised if this went 6 or 7. To be honest with you, like I get it. Who's stopping Jokic? Jokic did drop 40 something on Gobert, like last time they matched up in the playoffs. But at the same time, who's stopping Cat? Who's stopping Anthony Edwards? Like you got a veteran presence and Mike Conley. Like I just don't know who's stopping either one. And I'm gonna say the Nuggets are gonna win, but I think this could be more of a series than what people are giving it.
How many games you think they're gonna win?
I can see them winning two.
I can see that. I just think that the Nuggets has a lot more bodies they can throw. They could throw at least Anthony Edwards. I don't know about Cat, but I'm not worried about Rudy Gobert being an offensive threat.
Well, he needs to not be playing. That's what they need because they look good. They should have beat the Lakers. To be honest with you, that night, like I mean, Cat got in foul trouble and Anthony Edwards couldn't hit a shot because of the injury. But honestly, they should have beat the Lakers the other night, and they should
But
have been the
that's
seventh seed.
that's just the NBA guys just saying, "Here you go, LeBron."
I mean, hey, well, what did they get though? Because now they got the Grizzlies. So uh, I don't know,
hey,
man.
hey, if AD shows up,
I,
they'll
I,
win.
that's all I'm hearing about Lakers fans. AD,
It's
AD.
AD. It's AD. You can't. You know what? You know what? We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Yeah. So I could agree. I could agree. 2 wins max, but that's really all I'll give them. But I'm leaning towards like that one game possible sweep. I don't know. I don't know. Suns versus Clippers. I don't think Paul George is back yet.
I think he missing the whole series.
The whole series.
I think I seen a report the other day that said something about PG thinks he'll be good to go for the semis. So that tells me right there you might not be coming back next season. I mean this regular season. I mean this round.
Wow. I see the Clippers. I can see the Clippers without Paul George. I see them winning two. I see them
Mm,
winning two. Yeah,
mm, you better than me.
but Kawhi got to step it up. That's the only thing. You got to rely on Kawhi too much.
Kawhi ain't the problem. You got to rely on a whole bunch of other people.
Of course, don't blame Russ. Don't blame
I
Russ.
ain't say, I said nothing. I said nothing about him. I mean, for me personally, Suns in five. Like, yeah. I mean, the Suns just beat this. I ain't gonna say the same Clippers team in the playoffs, but the Suns did just beat them without Kevin Durant. And now you think that it's gonna be even harder without Paul George or with Russell Westbrook? Russell Westbrook is 8-21 in the playoffs without Kevin Durant. What are we gonna do with that? With a horrible field goal percentage. But hey, I guess y'all going. I guess y'all banking on that. I mean, the only way I can see this really being a series is Ty Lue. I mean, he's a great coach. He could come up with some defensive schemes to try to limit D Book or KD. But I think in the end, I mean, how much can you do against great players? To be honest with you, so for me, I just don't see a way the Clippers could win without Paul George. To be honest with you, I mean, which you could say, oh, Kawhi and KD cancel each other out. But what about Devin Booker? Would you banging on Norman Powell, Westbrook, who was Eric Gordon, um, Bones Highland? What are we doing here?
Yeah, because you need Paul George to be that second defender to be able to, go pound for pound with Devin Booker, and you put Kawhi on KD, and now you make it a series. So without this second best player, now you're relying on a bunch of other guys that have to really step up against the best team in the West. I mean, and we talk about the best offensive threat in the West, along with overall best offensive team in the West. You're right. This is going to be a tough series for the Clippers without Paul George. With him, I would have gave them easily two wins. Without him, it's gonna be tough. I give him one win.
Mm, mm. What about well, I know who you going because you didn't say that, but Lakers Grizzlies.
Oh, I got the Lakers winning. I got the Lakers winning in six.
Mm, mm.
Six. Give him 6 wins. I give him 6 games. I think LeBron's just gonna step it up this year, man. I just think he knows it's just too much on his legacy. Like he just even if AD isn't all the way in it as far as the consistency isn't there, he can sometimes hide in a game and it's just like, come on, AD, we need more from you. AD has the skill set to be top five player in the league. That's the
I ain't
type of
going that
skill
far.
set he
I'm
has.
not going that. I'm not going that
Defensively,
far.
he's still a stopper.
Relax.
He's still a rim protector. He's still a rim protector defensively. He also can shoot outside the paint, and he can still score from the paint as well. He can score anywhere from the floors, especially in the corner. He can hit corner threes as well. So I mean, the Lakers have been playing better defense lately. And the Grizzlies got a lot of adversity. I think they're a little too cocky.
Mm,
I think they feeling themselves a little bit too much. And I feel like the Lakers is here to give them a series, a run for their money, and I think they'll win the series.
mm. Ah, mm. Braun is gonna be Braun. I already know that he gonna do his thing. The problem is that guy that you talking about could be a top five player in the league. No, he can't. No, he
What?
cannot, bro.
What?
Is it?
Who better than AD?
A lot of people, Braun, KD, Kawhi, Ja,
Overall
uh,
skill set. Overall skill set. If AD's healthy,
bro. We
AD's
got we
playing
got to
AD
we
playing
got to go off
his
of
A
what
game.
they all the okay. We going off of all these guys' A games. We can't we gotta
A
factor
game.
in okay. KD, Kawhi, LeBron,
Kawhi
Steph.
better than AD on his
Yes,
best
yeah.
day.
I
On his
seen
best
Kawhi.
day.
I seen Kawhi lead two teams. I mean, lead the team to the championship on his best day. Can AD say that on his best day, or was he just a sidekick with the bubble helping them out? Okay, okay. Moving on.
But see, AD with the Pelicans though is they
Was
didn't
not
have.
doing nothing
Come
besides getting
on,
getting their ass whooped.
but he was getting that team into the playoffs though.
Barely. I think he made it
But
like two two
they
two
didn't have.
times.
You
He
know
had Drew Holiday.
The
Bro, he had Drew
Raptors was
Holiday.
10 times better than any Pelicans roster AD
He
played with.
had Drew Holiday. He had Boogie. He had Rondo at one point. I mean, just bro, he ain't.
Him and when him it was him and Boogie.
I agree. They
That was
was
crazy.
something
It was
serious.
crazy.
But I mean, the guys that I think better, Giannis, Jason Tatum, Embiid, Donovan Mitchell is a debate.
Donovan Mitchell
Yo,
better than AD on his
Yo,
8 day on his A
Jokic,
game. Yeah, you crazy.
Jokic,
You crazy.
Jokic,
You
Ja,
crazy.
KD,
You
D
crazy.
Book,
John
like I
not better
said,
than AD on
Kawhi,
his A game.
Steph. Who else we got down here?
It's maybe
And
five of those players I
Luca.
agree with.
Who, bro? Luke is Luca better than him?
Hey, you know Luca, my guy.
Okay,
Like that's my
okay.
boy.
I'm just saying.
I might as well be a Mavs fan.
Braun.
The way Brown's playing right now,
It's not no way the way he's playing right now. He's better.
it yes, yes,
Steph.
yes. I'm taking Steph over AD.
Kawhi.
I'm probably taking AD.
I'm not. KD.
I'm taking KD.
D Book.
It's, I'm taking AD.
Shit.
I'm taking the big
Uh,
man.
Ja.
I'm taking AD. AD's better than Ja.
No, he's not.
For
Uh,
hey, I'm gonna just use your logic. I'm logic. I'm gonna just use your logic. AD AD made the All NBA 75 list.
Yo, Ja ain't had
Oh,
enough
so
time.
hey, I'm
Ja
just a
ain't had
messenger,
enough
man.
time.
I'm just a
Ja ain't had
messenger.
enough time.
That's it.
Is he better than Jokic?
Um,
No, you ain't even got to think that hard. No, Embiid,
oof.
it's not that hard of a thought. He not. What about Jason Tatum?
I'm taking 80.
All right, bro. All right, now you just playing around, bro.
I'm
Now you
not
just
playing.
playing
I'm
around,
taking
bro.
AD.
Now you just
I'm
playing.
taking AD.
Even if you was, that's still over five people that's better than him. And I ain't even mention like the people that could be debatable, like Donovan Mitchell, Jimmy Butler. Um,
No.
da, 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 da,
When
da,
it's
da.
all when it's all said and done, Jimmy Butler did not have a better career than AD.
Well, Jimmy Butler has never played with LeBron James.
I don't care.
If he didn't play with LeBron James, Jimmy Butler has done more than Anthony Davis, and that's a fact. Hmm. Buzz led a team to the finals, two conference finals. What has AD done without LeBron?
I said AD skill set on his eight on
Oh
his
my
eight.
Jesus!
That's
Oh,
what I said on his eight
bruh, bruh,
on his eight
bruh,
day.
bruh's not even a number one option, to be honest with you.
He should be.
No,
He
he
should
shouldn't.
he should
He's too
be.
inconsistent.
He should have been.
We've
He
saw
sh-
with the, you know
he
they
should
said that
have been.
they said that they thought he was going to take the helm, but he didn't take it, so LeBron had to still be the number one guy
Which
because
is
he ain't got that.
unfortunate.
You know why? Because he ain't got that dog in him.
He doesn't. That's I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is right there. I
But
think that's what it. But if he did, yo, he would
yo,
dominate them.
we can't go off of what he would be
It,
if he did. We can only go off of what we see, and Bray is not consistent enough for me to say. I don't even know if he's even. I don't know if he top 10, to be honest with you.
he should be. He got the skill set to be top 10. He got the skill set to be better than a lot of these guys you talking about. And
That's fine. That's
I
fine.
don't know.
What they say?
Hey,
What they say? Hard work
he
beats.
made the
What they say?
all 75
What that
team.
mean?
I don't
What
know.
does that mean?
Hey, he they say he the
That
75
means that
top
means
75
not
players all time.
that means nothing because I could. There's multiple people that didn't make it that I would say is better than him. I would say
But
Dwight Howard. I would say Dwight Howard was better than him.
I don't know how Dwight didn't make that list. I don't know how
But
AD made that list
but
and Dwight did it.
I I would say
I just think honestly they just don't like Dwight. And I don't know
hey,
why.
another one debatable. Kyrie. I think Kyrie is better than Anthony Davis. I really do. So
No.
let's stop all that.
No.
Oh, he made the 75 team. So
No. Hey,
Dame made the 75 team. And I don't think
no, he
Dame had a better.
didn't.
Yes, he did.
Did they make the
Yes,
75?
yes,
yo, yo.
yes. And I don't think
We
he's
gotta get Jimmy on here to defend Dame because
he
he damn sure would have said Dame deserved to be on that list. I don't get me wrong, I
over
like Dame.
Kyrie, over Dwight Howard.
I think Kyrie and Dwight Howard should have been on that list.
But back to Lakers and Grizzlies. Man, look here. I think honestly, if the Grizzlies was at full health, Steven Adams and Brandon Clark, I would most definitely go for the Grizzlies. But last time AD played, bro put up 30 and 20, and then the other game he almost put up 20 and 20. So I'm just trying to figure out who's stopping AD if he actually decides to show up. But then again, you might not need nobody to stop AD because AD will stop himself. So I'm man.
I'm gonna predict. I'm gonna predict we're gonna see a new AD in the playoffs this year, man.
Oh my Jesus! Just like Jimmy said that the Warriors gonna be different because of the playoffs. Come on now, they just
He
got that.
said no. He said because of Andrew Wiggins is coming back, the defender.
Okay. Oh, okay. That defender had nothing for De'Aaron Fox tonight. De'Aaron Fox had 38, but I'll go with Lakers in seven. I
Lakers in
really,
seven? No. If
yeah.
they if the Grizzlies find a way to get this to 7 games, the Grizzlies is winning. I'm gonna say that. But
Uh,
if the Lakers if the Lakers can knock them out in 6, the Lakers got this. They got to beat them in at least 6. 7 games, the Lakers is not winning. LeBron not lasting 7 games.
Dang, bro.
LeBron can't do it for 7 games straight. Nah, he gotta knock him out quick, man.
I,
We got and the last one we got the Warriors and Kings. I know I already know where
you
you
know,
lie on this here.
you know, you on the same page as me too. So hey,
Yeah, because I got the Kings winning in 6.
so, shoot, hey, from what I just saw, I had the Kings before this game, but from what I just saw, I mean, the Kings showed that even when they get down, they can still fight their way back. Monk was hitting some shots. De'Aaron Fox, best player on the court tonight. Sabonis, what is going on? Burr had 8 points in the first quarter, and then went silent for the rest of the game. I think he only had 2 or 4 points for the rest of the game. You got to fix that. I mean, I know you're getting guarded by Draymond and Looney, but Jesus, and he was missing easy stuff at the hole, at the basket. So, I mean, Steph and Clay was hitting some threes. I give them that, but honestly, off of what I just seen, they said that Wiggins and he said Gary Payton the second was going to have something for De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. I don't. Where they said uh, uh, Wiggins is going to come back and do something. He was cool off the bench. I give him that, but
Wiggins came off the bench tonight.
uh huh didn't
Hmm.
it didn't stop anything. Um, I'm not. I don't. The problem is The problem with this is people speak on the Warriors like they're the Dynasty Warriors. This is not the Dynasty Warriors. This is not
Eh,
the same thing.
this is still the Dynasty Warriors.
No, when I say Dynasty Warriors, um, as far as they're not playing the same as they was then. So I can't sit here and treat them like the Dynasty Warriors. Like Dynasty Warriors would not be 11 and whatever on the road. Like, bro, Jimmy said, it's only an hour and a half drive from Sacramento to Golden State. It's basically a home game. Well, I guess they just got their ass whooping at home then. I'm just not high on the Warriors. I really am not. I think this is going to be the end of this big three, and I just can't. I don't see it. I think Kings knock them out in 6.
I could agree, man. I could agree. As far as this is the beginning of the end of the big three. I think Draymond's going to be the first one to leave. I think Steph and Clay wants to stay together, and I guess we'll just have to break that down once the season's over. But yes, I agree in 6. And so let's circle back to NFL. Man, oh man, we got OBJ. OBJ to the Ravens. I know Don loves this move because
Yeah,
he's
man.
nervous. My man is so nervous that every AFC team is getting better and better and better. And I just love it, man. I just love it, man. I just love it. He's sleeping on
Eh,
the Falcons. He's sleeping on the Ravens. He's sleeping on the Steelers. He's sleeping. Who
When am
else
I
you
when am
sleeping
I
on?
sleeping? When am I sleeping
Um,
on the Steelers?
who else you sleeping
I
on?
praise the Steelers. I don't be sleeping on teams. I just
Yeah, he's sleeping on the
oh which one?
Bills.
Oh,
He's
I figured
sleeping
you
on
was
the
gonna try to sleep on
Dolphins.
mm.
Let's see
Any
here. Who
team
else?
that you got an agenda for, basically,
No, man. I just don't see the
because that's
Bengals
because that's basic. That's
running the
basically
table like you think they
that's
are, man.
that's basically that's basically what you just said. Any team that you got a narrative for, I'm just not high on it.
I don't got a narrative for anybody. I just look at the talent, I break it down, and I give you the real. That's it, man.
If you don't be speaking the real, you just be coming up with some nonsense to say just to get at me, just to see if you could bother me. And you don't even be believing half of this stuff that you be saying, to be honest
I
with you.
do. I do. I speak the fact, speak the truth.
Then let me. I know it's not about to be facts. What's the facts about this Odell thing?
The facts, the facts. I mean, the facts is that you think it's an overpay. I don't really.
How you speaking for
I'm just.
how
Did
you
you
know
not
what how you know what I'm
wait?
how you know what I'm gonna say?
Did you not say that in the chat?
I don't know. I say a lot of stuff in the chat.
Oh, okay. You must have been on that stuff that day. Okay, okay. You know what? To be real, I think it's a start. I think it's a start for for Lamar. Really, like they're trying. But honestly, it's like who else could they really have gotten? It- like
Mm.
Juju, Jacoby Myers, DJ Chark. I'm so glad he's in Carolina.
Elijah Moore was right there. He didn't go for that much.
That's very true. That's very true. I like Elijah Moore a lot. That was a good pickup for the Browns. Um, so I give him that. I give him that. Uh, so besides that, I mean OBJ. But not only is it trying for Lamar. OBJ did play well the last time he we did see him play. Granted, granted, Cooper Cup was having the best receiving season of any receiver in NFL history. So
Granted, it was half a season.
it was like a quarter of a season actually. I think he played like 4 or 5 games with the Rams
Hey,
before the playoffs.
you making my point.
I mean, but then in the playoffs, you saw what OBJ did. He came out and balled out. He did well. You gotta give it to him. So I mean, but OBJ, he is a good route runner underneath. He's a good underneath route runner. He has he's able to create separation from a defender. He's able to stop on a dime. We got to see how that is because he did bulk up, and we have to see. We wonder about his speed and his explosion now. But I honestly don't think it's a huge risk. He isn't the number one guy. Mark Andrews, at the end of the day, is the number one guy. That's how I see it. Whether it's a receiver or a tight end, Mark Andrews is the guy. Rashad Bateman, I know you're not the most Rashad Bateman fan. I'm a huge Rashad Bateman fan. I think he is a really talented receiver. But he has to stay healthy. He has to stay healthy. I think his receiving depth was like he was damn near averaging like 15 plus yards a catch when he was in the game, and his target share was pretty high. So I mean, yo, I don't think I think the biggest thing is that there's an unknown at quarterback for the
Mm.
Ravens. Uh, but I think bringing in OBJ helps. Um, and if it doesn't pan out, it's only 1 year deal. $13 million is guaranteed. Oh no, fifteen
No,
million
15.
dollars. $15 million guaranteed, and then $3 million is signing bonus. So
Nah, not
in
incentives.
incentive bonus. So he has to get at least 60 catches. That's a millionaire. He has to get at least 1,000 yards. That's a millionaire, and he has to get 9 touchdowns. That's another million. So really, he gets his money. They overpaid a little bit for a receiver that's been hurt the last 2 years, but not only does it not only does you bring in a talented receiver when we know OBJ is healthy, and you have a piece in Rashad Bateman who was a first round draft pick and Mark Andrews in your run first offense, but you also bring in revenue from ticket sales. People want to come see OBJ play. You're gonna get the revenue from jersey sales. So there is more to it than just on the field. He's
Mm.
box office. He is a box office player.
At this point, Odell's name is bigger than what he does on the field. To be honest with you, I think the last time he had 1,000 yard season was like 18 or 19. I don't know the last time he finished a season. To be honest with you, I mean, you talk about a guy coming off two ACL surgeries, and then he had a fractured ankle at one point. I'm not high on this. This does nothing for me. Honestly, both of them was their second option. The Ravens tried to go get Cortland Sutton, and the Broncos didn't want to give him up, changed their mind last minute. And Odell wanted to go to the Jets. He tried to see if the Jets would match it. So
The
I'm
Jets
just
did
trying to.
match it.
Nah, that ain't what I
Reports
heard.
reports came out that the Jets tried to
They
match
gave
the
something similar,
they
something
they
similar.
tried
They
it,
did.
it probably was a little bit more incentivized.
Hey, all I know is he didn't go there, and he went to the Jets to see if there's a match at first. If you really wanted to go to a team, you're not gonna sit there and be like, oh, well, let me go see if this other team a match at first to see what they think about this. Like, nah. The fact is, But the Ravens are desperate, and so was Odell. Like Odell was going to go to any team that would give him the 15 mil. The
Of
Ravens,
course.
the Ravens,
Wouldn't
for
you?
Lamar. Hey man, I'm not an NFL player, so of course I'm going with the money. Hey,
Come
but
on, man. You coming off two
but
ACL injuries and you trying to get paid.
hey, I would not hitch my wagon to the Ravens, to be honest with you.
Oh
Um,
man.
I'm just the Ravens were desperate. Lamar told him he either wanted D Hop, he wanted D Hop and Odell, and they told him they could only get one. They got Odell, but you just paid a 30-something-year-old man $15 million guaranteed, and I'm trying to figure out like you give this man 15 million, but then you shortchange your franchise quarterback, so you overpay. All now I ain't gonna say washed up, but bro, really Odell's name is bigger than what he actually produces. I promise you that. So I don't think this really does nothing for them. It just gives them except for the Ravens fans to say, oh, we got Lamar. I mean, we got Odell. We got a number one receiver. But in hindsight, you just have another number two receiver.
All right. I'm gonna give you some projections right here, man. I'm gonna give you some projections. In a healthy season with Lamar Jackson, I'm gonna predict that OBJ gives him 795 receiving yards,
Mm.
6 touchdowns. I give him 45 receptions. But on the flip side to that, I got 2,000-yard receivers on the other end. I got Rashad Bateman
Jesus,
giving
you
me
and this Rashad Bateman nonsense.
yo. I don't know. I don't understand how you don't see it. I don't see put what have you watched the tape on Rashad Bateman? Have you
I've
watched
seen,
him play?
trust me, I've seen Rashad Bateman play multiple times. I'm not hitching my wagon to somebody that cannot stay healthy. I cannot do that. Like y'all be trying to anoint people that have not proven that they can
Oh my
even
god.
do the. I ain't really gonna say the easiest thing, but do something as simple as stay healthy enough to help your team. I, and they changing the whole offensive scheme. Hey,
Hey,
I
I'm gonna
I
say
gotta
I'm gonna give Rashad Bateman just slightly over 1,000 yards. Like I'm giving him like 1099, like a Mike Evans season.
don't you
with
ever compare
with
him to
like
Mike Evans.
I said like a Mike Evans receiver. Have you seen Mike Evans get barely over 1,000 yards the last couple of years?
Be that in it may,
And
I'm
Mike Evans is going to be one of the, a very highly rated receiver, right? Big body guy, but still, I think Mark Andrews is going to go for 1,000 as well. I think he's going to be more or less in that 1,100 to 1,200 range. So that's why if if OBJ is my number three, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And you know what?
so.
You know what? I think it is now about this Lamar deal. Why hasn't Herbert been paid yet? Why
I mean,
hasn't Jalen?
everybody's trying to figure out their deals right now because I mean,
Exactly. That's the point right there. Everyone's trying to figure out who's going to be the first one to fucking break the market. I think they projected Jalen Hurts to be the next one in front of Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray has $185 million guaranteed. The next one should be Jalen Hurts at 195. And now we're breaking the bank at 200 plus now.
yeah, but I
So,
mean, Lamar still isn't better than Hurts, or I mean, him and Justin Herbert are kind of similar to me, but I guess you give the nod to Lamar since he has the MVP. But I mean, the Ravens don't seem like they want to pay him that high of a salary, to be honest with you. I mean, I think Burrow's gonna be the next one to get paid, to be honest with you.
I mean, I think everyone's waiting to see who's going to pay their quarterback first. That that go ahead. That would then set the market of all right. Now Herbert's getting paid. Now Burrow's getting paid. because the four up is Lamar, Herbert, Hurts, and Burrow. And I mean,
Mhm.
sooner or later, the quarterback is gonna make damn near what Deshaun Watson makes.
Honestly, I don't think Lamar gets a contract this offseason. At least not from the Ravens, unless they're matching something from somebody else. I think he plays on their franchise tag, and it gets real interesting again next offseason.
Someone will eventually pay him.
I mean, they'd be a fool not to.
Hey, you know what? Atlanta, we'll take him. We'll take him now.
Oh, now you'll take him.
Oh yeah,
Now you'll
yeah.
take him.
Because there's a
Just last week you wasn't with it.
no. I would say about a month ago I was not with it.
Last week when I said every NFC team is stupid for not going after Lamar, you wasn't in agreement with
That's
me.
no. The reason why I wasn't in agreement is because you build the roster first. I am a
Oh
very
now oh now now y'all got all these old guys and now y'all
no,
built a
no, no,
roster.
no, 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 no. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. We do not have a bunch of old guys. We have a
Bro,
lot of young pieces on this roster.
did y'all not just sign Bud Dupree?
30 he's 30 years old.
Old at NFL age. Did y'all
No, it's
not
not.
sign
Not
Calais
for a pass
Campbell?
rusher. The fucking who, there's still a lot of old pieces out there that's still doing the fucking dirty work.
Did y'all not get Calais Campbell?
Calais Campbell will be
Old as
veteran
dirt.
a veteran that still
Oh my god.
plays. Did he not play solid for the Ravens?
He was straight. Yeah, he
All
was
right
good.
then. So he's gonna be
He's
straight
cool.
for us. And we got a lot. We got a couple of young pass rushers that we took in the draft last year that can learn from Calais Campbell. It's good to learn from veteran players than just
Jesus.
hear a coach hound you all day.
My
Don't you
God.
don't you think someone would love don't you think a young tight end would love to sit behind Travis Kelsey and learn from a Travis Kelsey?
I'm sure they would. I'm sure
Exactly.
they would. Oh Jesus. This is gonna be
That's
interesting.
shit. Shannon Sharp did it for Todd Heat.
This is gonna be real interesting when it comes down to the week one. Oh, for some reason, y'all don't listen to me. And obviously, I have the eye because I was able to project wins and losses so effortlessly over you and Jimmy. I think y'all should start following my lead. That's what I really do think.
Nah.
Like I don't just be talking just to talk.
You do be
I
talking just to
analyze.
talk.
I be analyzing and then I see what's going on, and I be trying to tell y'all like this team isn't that good, but yet you continue to praise teams that just aren't that good,
Like who?
Like the Bills.
So how do they make the playoffs every year if they're not that good?
I don't know. They're good enough to make the playoffs, but
Mm,
I don't believe that they're as good as you praised them up to be.
I think
You
they're a
said they was gonna win the
contender.
Super Bowl. You said they was gonna win the Super Bowl.
Who did it?
Me, me,
That's because there's only one
me.
team that you can
No,
choose to win the Super.
Jimmy
Yes,
didn't
he
choose them
did.
either.
Yes, he
No,
did.
he
He
didn't. He
switched
said
up.
the
By
Chiefs.
the time, no,
Exactly.
no, no, no,
Before the
no,
playoffs,
no. Don't let him fool
Bur
you. Don't
no,
let
I'm
him
saying
fool you.
before the playoffs, Burr
I'm
got
a,
up off of that train.
I'm a pull. That's what I'm saying.
But it was before the playoffs. He saw and he moved on from it.
No, that's bullshit.
And you also because you didn't pick the Bills to beat the Bengals when they played each other. You picked the Bengals. So obviously you didn't believe in which that's why I be saying you just be chatting, bro.
I don't. I don't. I be speaking the facts. I be speaking the truth, man. Atlanta's gonna win 9 games. Matter of fact, we gonna win the NFC South. I'm putting it out there right now.
What you want to put on that?
Let me see.
See, this how you got to pull people cards right quickly.
Oh,
Cause
I'm. Oh, hey.
hey,
I'm about to
hey,
have a new hat
hey,
collection right up there, man.
hey, just
I'm
like
about
when
to
you were
finally
just
get me a Houston Rockets hat.
hey, just like when you were just chatting last week when you said Kyle Hamilton was the best player in that draft. I went back in that draft and I said Olave easily better, Garrett easily better. Uh, and then I said Woolen. I don't even know if he's better than Hutchinson. And then Salt, man, stop it. Like this, you be chatting up over there.
That's not chatting. Kyle Hamilton was the highest rated safety in the league.
Numbers say a lot. Not really.
Okay. That's fine. Overall career, I think Kyle Hamilton would be the best out of the group. Sauce is gonna have a good career. Woolen, I'm okay. I mean, he's a fourth round with third round steal. Okay. Richard Sherman was a fourth round steal. Okay, cool. That's like
Had
a
a Hall of Fame
diamond in
career.
the gym. I'm talking. Okay, let's just take the first round draft picks. Out of all the players that was taken in the first round, I mean, Chris Olave is a really good player. I like Chris Olave. Out of the
Garrett
Saints,
Wilson.
Garrett Wilson's good. I like him. Um, I think Jackson Smith the Enigma is gonna have a better career than Garrett Wilson.
Bro, you just be this is why I just be saying you be chatting because you just be anointing these guys that we haven't
I'm,
seen touch an NFL field,
I'm
and we
just
don't know what that man gonna be. I can only go off of what I've seen, and what I've seen is Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave is those guys right now. Don't tell me about no Jackson Smith
no,
and,
no,
and
no.
Jigba.
They're not.
I
They're
do
not.
believe. I do
Don't say
believe.
they're those guys. Those guys is like Jettas and Jamar Chase.
No, well, I
Those
say
guys. Micah
they're next.
Parsons. Those are
They're next
those
up.
guys.
They're next up.
No, they're not.
Oh my Jesus.
We could look at the young receivers in the league right now. Matter of fact, we about that might be a topic right
I was
there.
gonna say both of them did just put up 1,000 yards in their rookie season. Mm. With subpar uh quarterback play from both. Don't go do your little research stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm about
I
to do.
see you
Yeah,
over there.
yeah,
I
yeah,
see
yeah. I'm typing
you
away.
always want to
All right,
research.
let
You
me
always
ask you.
want to
Let me.
research.
You think? Wait, you think that they're better than Amon St. Brown?
Bro, why you do this? I didn't say they was better than
Hey,
nobody.
hey,
I
you
didn't say
said
they was
that they're
better
the
than
next
nobody.
best up, and I think
Yeah,
Amon St. Brown is up
I
there.
think I think Garrett Wilson. I would say I think they could be
Better than
better
T.
than him.
Higgins?
No, no.
See,
Well,
better than DJ
let me
Metcalf?
hold on.
Better than DJ Metcalf?
I think Garrett Wilson could be better than T Higgins.
Better than DJ?
Uh,
Come on, DK Metcalf?
uh,
Jalen
it's
Waddle?
too early. It's too
AJ Brown?
early.
CD
It
Lamb?
is too
Jamar? You see how
early.
many players I
It
just
is
named?
too early.
Yeah, now
It's
it's too
too early.
early.
I think
Now
they
I
can be
see. Now
top
it's too
10.
early.
I think they can be top 10.
Around with those guys,
Yeah,
I think Chris. I
I
think
think
Chris
that
Olave.
name.
I think Chris Olave is better than Garrett.
I don't know about that one, man.
I
I
think he
think both of them
finds.
are good.
I think he finds holes better, like in the defense, and he can sit. He can sit down better than Garrett Wilson.
I'm not the biggest uh thing fan, Jets fan, but I think once Rodgers get there, Garrett Wilson, it's gonna be a problem. I
Okay.
really do think that. I mean,
Okay.
I know you got your New Orleans love. That's why you all high on Olave. Like, he's good too, but I think Garrett Wilson, he's gonna be one of those guys. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah. I put more stock in a Chris Olave. You know what? You know what? Come on, man. Come on, man. What best we got? I know you got. I know you got it written down up there.
What you
I know you got it.
mean?
I know you got. I know you pull up the whiteboard, man.
What you want? What you want to know, man?
Nah. I just want to know what the best we got over there. That's it.
Yeah, Panthers gonna have a better record than the Falcons.
Okay, that's
Uh,
easy. Easy money.
Jimmy
Easy work.
G, Jimmy G, and Derek Carr stats. Not so
So
easy.
you know what? I will take if we take that bet off the board.
Why we gotta
Right?
take a bet off the
I'm just
board?
no. Let me just hear me out. Just hear me out.
Because you're just not confident in that one. That's
No,
why.
I'm not. No. I'm just hear me out. Just hear me out. If we take that bet off the board,
Mm.
I'll switch that with Chris Olave having a better year two than Garrett Wilson with Rodgers.
Mm-mm.
Well, no. Why?
I like
Hey.
that. We could do both. We could do both. You could add that.
Oh,
You
okay.
could add that. But as far as that one right there, oh yeah, Carr gonna have a better season than old Jimmy G out there
Ah,
with McDaniels out there. We also got Chiefs and Bengals who gonna have a better record. Falcons winning 9 games, and Njoku versus Pitts.
See, we got we
stats.
got we got a lot of bets. I can't. You know what I'm saying?
No, hey, you just gotta stop chatting, and then I won't say anything. I'll just be chilling up over here.
But I definitely I'm taking Chris Olave here too. Um, so closing arguments, man. OBJ. So you're not a fan of this. You're not a fan of this pickup.
I don't think it does much, to be honest with you. It just makes it seem like they're trying to do something, but you really ain't doing nothing. You're bringing in a 30-year-old wide receiver who really hasn't been doing much except when he had a dominant number one in front of beside him.
I say barring if he stays healthy, um, he was the best receiver available. You still have a late first round draft pick to where you could still go out and get Zay Flowers or Josh Downs or maybe Quentin Johnson falls to you guys. I don't know. So there's still some receivers in the first round that the Ravens still can grab. And I mean, you only get them for a 1 year deal. Him and Lamar seem like they're already cool. So I mean, you're just trying to just appease Lamar and try to get him to take less money, and it's probably not going to work. But hey, it did. It's a small step. Ravens, I will give it to the Ravens. They don't draft receivers very well, but they bring in veteran receivers that have done very well in their organization. I will give them that. So maybe this can be a hit, and if it isn't, I mean, it's a 1 year deal. Who cares? Move on.
So what you got for the next topic?
Which NBA
Who?
team or player should have been playing there too? But NBA team or player needs a championship the most. What you got, Don?
Uh, I'm starting off no further than the Slim Reaper himself. Man, I want KD to win this championship so badly. I feel like it's time to silence the haters. I mean, I hear people discredit him left and right, and then they credit the Warriors, but for a dynasty. But without KD, the Warriors wasn't gonna beat LeBron for those other two. So honestly, to be honest with you, the Warriors owe Kevin Durant their dynasty. To be honest with you, because if he didn't go to Golden State, they wouldn't have two. And then after he left, they wouldn't have got D'Angelo Russell, and they wouldn't have been able to trade D'Angelo Russell to Minnesota to get Andrew Wiggins. So, in hindsight, the Warriors owe their whole dynasty to KD, but I want KD to win this one to silence all the haters. I got a hater on the screen with me right now. I just want him to win, to be honest with you.
Yeah. This is actually going to go right into my narrative right here. I'm gonna break it down just like this, man. The Clippers, the Clippers, 4 years with Kawhi and Paul George. They both low manage every single year, just hoping to get right into the playoffs to make their run. And it hasn't pan out. The Clippers still don't have a championship. So, yeah, they need a championship. The Lakers, LeBron, he's trying to shut down the haters, saying that he's washed. I
I don't know if
mean,
LeBron needs one though. I mean, it
yeah,
could
he's fighting
it could
for his
only help.
legacy, man.
It can only help with his legacy because I think if he wins one more, then people really gonna be about oh he's the goat, he's the goat. But I don't think he really needs another one to be honest with you.
Bro, he has the most points in history, and they say he's not the greatest scorer of all time. That's some hating shit.
I, so you have him as the goat?
No, Michael Jordan's the
Oh,
GOAT.
okay.
But I said LeBron's top five. There's some people that think
I
he's
think he's top two.
yeah, I put him up there. I put him up
I
there.
think so too.
So I mean, I think the Lakers they need another championship. AD needs to find a way to get a championship. Look, another one. LeBron. He's looking for his fifth ring. He missed the playoffs last year. They said, "How does LeBron James miss the playoffs?" And he still is the
By
best player
hitching
on
his
that
wagon
team.
to Anthony Davis.
That's what he's trying to do, man. They said, I mean, he's 40 years old, still taking over all these games. Boston, they need a championship. The duo looking for their first ring after losing the championship last year. They need to win one. They haven't won a ring since the Big Three in Boston, so they're trying to find one. The Knicks, they're playing well, but they're bringing the back. They're bringing
I don't know
the
why you added them on this list like they got a chance at winning a championship.
that's the mecca of basketball right there. They're bringing the mecca of basketball back. They need a
Do they have
championship.
do they have a chance to win a
Hey,
championship
I'm
this
not
year?
saying they have a chance. You just the topic is which NBA team need or player needs to win a championship. So my narrative, do you see what my narrative here? It's a lot of teams that need a championship. So as I was saying, the Knicks, they're bringing the Mecca back to New York with a Mecca starter for basketball. The Warriors, they're continuing the legacy, the dynasty. They need another championship. The Sixers,
So
Embiid,
basically, any big market team.
just hear me out. Just hear me out. The Sixers, the Sixers, Embiid, showing he's the best big man possibly of our era. I don't know. Harden, he's trying to break the curse. He's horrible in the playoffs. We know that. So they need a championship. The Grizzlies beating adversity.
Bro, you might as well just say every damn team in the
Nope,
playoffs.
nope. Just let
Jesus.
me finish. Let me finish my take. The Grizzlies adversity. They got a bunch of injuries to some good defenders on the team. John Moran suspension. The Bucks, Giannis showing he's is the best player in the league. The Nuggets, Joker solidifying and proving why he was the two-time MVP of the NBA. And you know what? You know what my official take is? Yes, all those
That
teams need
that
it.
was it your take?
Wait. Yes, all of those teams need a championship because of those specific reasons, in my opinion. But overall, I'm with you. It's the Phoenix Suns. Overall, it's the Phoenix Suns out of all of these teams. But I just gave you some reasons why these other teams need a championship. But overall, it's the Phoenix Suns. KD leads another team to a over the hump to win a championship. CP3 finally ends his career with a championship with a ring. DeAndre Ayton finally gets a championship, and now he gets a payday. Maybe he lives up to it. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't. Booker wins a ring and shows he's one of the youngest stars in the league right now to win a championship. The Suns organization, their first championship in NBA history with KD leading the pack. So I give it to the Suns. But a lot of these teams, you see, I ain't name every single team. Did I name the Heat? Did I
Bro,
name
you
the?
name
Did I,
bro, I literally just went and counted. You name 9 or 10 out of the 16 teams. Jesus Christ.
no, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You named Philly. You named the Bucks. You named the 76ers. You named the Knicks. I wasn't sure if you
Nine.
named the
Nine
cat.
teams.
I wasn't sure if you named the Cavs, so that's why I didn't
Nope.
say them. But
I
then
didn't
you
say the
named the
Cavs.
Nuggets, the Grizz, Suns, Clippers, Lakers. Like, what we doing here, man? Jesus.
Did I not have a point with all of those?
Some was more valid than others.
Hey,
Some. Jesus. Um, I got CP3 also. Silence the haters. I believe if he gets that ring, he'll be solidified top five all time at that point guard. Won't have to hear, Jimmy slander on him anymore. Because Bird tried to say Chauncey Billups was better than Chris Paul,
yeah,
which
that
was
was wild.
absolute craziness. Um, and then I got no one else besides old Mr. Embiid, who always has stuff to say, who's always trying to push pressure off of him and put it on other people, who has not got past the second round. He won't get past the second round this season either. I mean, at some point you got to start winning because I'm just trying to figure out. You say you claim that you're probably the best player in the world, but then you can't get past the second round. You can't beat Boston. Well, I just don't understand. Like, and then you might win MVP. So basically, you're gonna be in the same boat as Jokic. Okay, but hey, After the season, I'm looking forward to everybody bringing that slander to his name because he is not getting past the second round this season.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because who they got to play in the second round if they win?
Boston.
Ooh, yeah. And I got Boston going to the Eastern Conference Finals versus the Bucks. So if you ask me, Philly ain't winning that game.
Mm.
All right, all right. So let's get into it. Round robin. You want to start it off, Don?
Yeah, you know, I'm Bengals and Heat through and through. Occasionally, I step into some other fan bases only when like players on my team have something to do with other fan bases. I seen Shaq say Angel Reese was the greatest athlete to ever grace LSU, and man, when I looked at that phone, I said Shaq on crack. There is no way that that girl is the best player that ever graced LSU because there's one guy named Joseph Lee Burrow that has played there, and I know you've seen it, bruh. College season was really like that. I mean, hey, they done changed what they call it Burrock. So however you say that thing down there, like, come on, man, like let's just stop. With I get it, LSU won. I get it. You want to show Angel Reese some support, but she ain't touching Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna say. I'm not even gonna say who the best athlete is. Honestly, we'll give her the flowers.
Who's the best?
It doesn't really matter
No,
because
I do want to know. What, Ben Simmons?
Ben Simmons was nice in college. I like Ben Simmons. I like Ben Simmons.
Who you got, man?
Man, there's a
Odell?
lot of players. Oh, you got Pat P, man. Shit, Leonard Fournette was a dog in college. Don't
Were
look at
they
me like
better?
Pat P.
Were they better
Pat
than Joe
P.
Burrow? Were they
I
better
don't
than Joe Burrow?
forget Joe Burrow. I don't care about
Ain't
Joe
no
Burrow.
forget about Joe Burrow. Was they better than Joe Burrow season?
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Oh my God. Clyde, man, what you got? Move on. What you got, man? Jeez, this why I be saying you be chatting up over there. You just be
Hey
saying
man,
nonsense,
hey
bro.
man. We just talking about. I'm just talking about some great athletes that went to LSU, brother. That's it,
Jesus.
man. I'm just. Hey man. Hey, Deion Jones with the LSU, bro. Hey, hey. We're just talking about some good athletes that came out of LSU, brother. That's it.
God,
Jarvis Landry, Morris Claiborne. You
yo,
should shot.
Terrence Marshall went there too. That don't mean
Yep.
that he like stop it.
Jettis.
Jesus. Jesus. What you
Oh
got?
man. Uh, Buda Baker.
See that?
Yeah, Buda Baker asked for a trade. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Good player. So I saw some potential landing spots for him. So you got Philly. You know they need some glaring holes. They lost C.J. Gardner Johnson and Marcus Epps. You got Pittsburgh. That'd be a nice little pairing with him and Minka. Box safety with a ball hawk. Got the Dolphins, possibly F them pick still, and the
Mm.
Cowboys going again to get another veteran that has, proven to be a good player in the league. Any one of those teams, or maybe another team that you may have on your mind?
Um, Out of all of those teams who I'd want to see him on, probably Eagles. Replace C.J. Gardner Johnson. Um, I just feel like Eagles lost a lot of talent, and I mean, I think it's more so of he wants to be one of the highest paid safeties. So that's also going to be interesting to see because all those teams, I don't know if they're going to want to spend their money on the safety to become the highest paid. So uh, I'm interested to see what happens with that. I also I throw out New England. I'd watch New England also because I could see them making a run at him and try to Bill Belichick try to do some type of move. Or the Giants also. Giants also.
I want to see him going to the Steelers, man.
Of
That's it.
course. Of course. Of
That's
course.
it. I want to see him. I want to see him go to the Steelers. And have a 3-level monster. You got him as a box safety. disrupting, disrupting the middle of the field. You got TJ Watt coming off the edge. You got Minka the ball hawk back there, man. That'd be a nice little trio back there on defense. But you're right. I think the, I could agree with you to a certain extent. The Patriots, they need a star back. They need some splash in their system. But
Mhm.
I don't think that brings them over the hump if they go out and get Buda
Nah.
Baker.
You see why I say you just be chatting. You said the Steelers for ulterior motive. You don't really care if he went to the Steelers, bro.
No,
Like
because
this. Oh,
no,
jeez.
that's wrong. Because I also believe in the narrative of the Dolphins saying, "Yo, f them picks. If you go f them picks, f all the picks. Go get the star players, man. Go get them. Go get Buda Baker.
And still lose.
Nah, man. 3 years, man. They gonna win the Super Bowl.
Jesus. Hmm. Shannon Sharp said Travis Kelsey is probably the best tight end ever.
Ooh. Well, I'll piggyback off that because I also got Shannon Sharp's from Mount Rushmore of tight ends. His Mount Rushmore is Kelsey, Gates, Winslow Sr., and Gronk. So I'll first answer your question. Kelsey's the greatest tight end all time. I still give it a I still give it a Gronk. Gronk is 6'6", man child. I mean, I think he played less games than Kelsey and has a lot more touchdowns. Like
I
Gronk,
mean, but every time they went to the red zone, they was looking for Gronk.
I
So
mean, hey, if I'm Tom Brady, I'm looking for Gronk too, bro.
I get it.
Shoot, if they wasn't hitting Gronk in his legs every single time, yo, he would have been a lot more healthier. I think they had this. That's when they stopped. You couldn't hit below the knees after Gronk. I think towards ACL or some shit like that.
I was gonna say how else you gonna get that big man down?
Hey, you better wrap up, bro. Pop 101, 101.
What were you gonna say about the Mount Rushmore?
Who's your Mount Rushmore for the tight ends?
Uh, Honestly, I got Kelsey, Gronk. Um, I've seen Winslow tape, but he wouldn't be on mine. I like Shannon Sharp. Um, who could I put fourth? Antonio Gates was nice, but uh,
I was
um,
really looking at the list as well, and I was like, I mean, besides Tony Gonzalez and Antonio Gates, I mean, Kelsey and Gronk is right there. I'm putting Shannon Sharp on there because I think if Shannon Sharp played in this era, like you can't, it's you can't press like the way you did back in the day. Like it's a lot more
mhm.
separation now. Like I just think that in his shorter period of time, that he could have dominated in the league now, especially playing in the
Mhm.
middle of the field. Like in the middle of the field back then, you going through the middle of the field, you getting crunched up.
You ain't lying.
Now there's a lot of you see how many wide open ins and outs that Kelsey has now. Like it's so easy. But go ahead.
I guess my last one would be Tony Gonzalez. I guess from what he did with Kansas City, and then when he came to y'all, yeah, I guess I'd give him that.
Because Antonio Gates and Tony Gonzalez is pretty much similar. Like I was just trying to figure out, because Gronk and Kelsey and Sharp, they also helped their team win Super Bowls. Like they were game changers as far as in the win share.
Yeah, but you got, I mean, I, you got all-time coaches, you got all-time quarterbacks. Like it'd be a travesty if you didn't win because you have an all-time coach and
I mean,
all-time quarterback.
Gonzalez and what's the name play is potentially playing with Phillip Rivers is going to the Hall of Fame.
But is he an all-time quarterback? I don't think he is.
No, but he has.
He put up numbers, but I
I think he
mean,
has a. I think he has a bigger arm than I think Phillip Rivers actually was pretty good, but he just can't get over the hump.
he isn't an all-time quarterback. Is my thing. He was a. I
Yeah.
mean, he's like Matthew Stafford for me.
Ooh, is Matthew Stafford a Hall of Famer?
Um, I think he will get in, but I don't think he's going to be like first ballot or anything. I think he's going to be, he's going to be there a while before he gets in. I mean, but he does. He's going to have the stats, and he's going to have a Super Bowl, and he's going to have played for the Rams. Might have some push with that.
Is Matt Ryan a
Because that's,
Super? Is
I was
Matt
going to
Ryan
say,
a
because that's who I was
Hall of
about to
Famer?
bring up. Because I think Matt Ryan probably is going to get in too, just off of stats alone, and he's an MVP.
Because I'm looking at it like I think Stafford and Matt Ryan and Phillip Rivers is up there in top 10 all time in passing yards.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I mean, I could as far as if they stay healthy, I could see the Mahomes, uh, Lawrence, Herbert. See, you don't believe
No,
in Lawrence.
see. This is why I say you just be chatting. There's
How
no way. There's no way. Herbert and Lawrence name should have came out your mouth before I heard Burrow. There is no
I
way.
didn't even get a chance to finish.
Jesus. Oh my God. You talking about a guy who
So,
never won a playoff game and you sitting here
oh
not
my
into the
god!
Hall
So
of
so
Fame.
that's what it is right there. Because I didn't say them before Burrow.
Jesus. Oh my
Okay,
God.
so you got Burrow, you got Mahomes, you got Lawrence, you got Herbert.
I'm not
I
anointing those other two just yet. I'm not even anointing Burrow yet. I mean, he got some more stuff he got to do.
no,
But
what I'm saying is that I'm talking about just stats because that's all Matt Ryan and Phillip Rivers was. They were just stat guys. Besides,
yeah,
Matt Ryan got an MVP, but other than that, they don't have no Super Bowls.
I think the Stafford has one. But I know you said thing. But
I only said the other two.
yeah, that's what I was like.
See, at
Yeah.
least Stafford got it. Like it's like the Eli Manning. Like, is Eli really a Hall of Famer?
Nah, it's not no Eli Manning. I'm not with y'all on that Eli Manning stuff either. So, so nah.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Honestly, I don't think he is a Hall of Fame, but do I think he will be? Yes, because his brother, his dad, Poole, and he played for the Giants. I think he gets in.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not a Eli guy. I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer, honestly, because
And he work on ESPN right now, so
it's. But they got the stats to be there. That's what I'm saying. So I think these younger generation of quarterbacks will eventually, like these stat guys, will be passed. Could be passed.
yeah,
I think from the guys that's coming in. That's the stars now.
yeah. Because I mean, it's a more pass happy league now. So yeah, I can definitely see like these younger guys having better stats.
Yeah, and then mix them in if they win a couple Super Bowls. I mean, those guys are potential Hall of Famers. So I don't know. I don't know if
Bro,
those other guys make it.
bro,
Well, Phillip Rivers definitely making it.
all I need is 4 championships with your time with the Bengals. That's all I need. That's all. I mean, I'll be happy. I don't even, bro. I don't even need you to pass Tom Brady because in my mind, I'm gonna put you over Tom Brady anyway. So,
You can't tell Don nothing about Burrow, man.
oh
Oh man,
Jesus,
let's get to the next one, man.
what you
All
got?
right, what's your prediction landing spot for the rookies, man? So we got
Which
first
ones?
CJ Stroud. We got him going.
Uh, at first I was saying Panthers, but I'm leaning Texans now. I think he's gonna go to the Texans, and if not the Texans, then the Raiders or the Colts.
Wow, you got him falling if he doesn't go
Not falling. If
trading
I
up.
think if yeah, I think if he doesn't get picked by the Texans at 2, I think the Raiders or the Colts will move up to 3 and take him.
Okay. Um, Stroud, it's the smoke and mirrors, right? I've been telling you about this. Uh, yeah, I think the Texans. I think the Texans want him, so I think he's going to go to the Texans. If I guess we both got Young
Hmm.
going to Carolina then. So that's the
Yeah,
next one.
because I mean, even I mean, from all the reports and stuff that just been coming out, and then I seen the other day them boys try to compare him to Mahomes and Joe Burrow. I said, damn, y'all compare him to the two best quarterbacks in the league. So Burrow must be gonna be the top three quarterback man once he comes into the league, and that's what we saying.
See, you talk about me anointing players, and see what they doing.
But that's the difference. I said they must be gonna say he gonna be top three. I never said he was gonna be top three. I don't know what he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be good. I do think that. I think he's gonna lead the Panthers to that division title,
Yeah,
or the
right.
Saints. I do believe that. You know.
We shall see. We shall see. Will Levis.
Ah, I don't. I'm not the biggest Will Levis guy, so I don't know. I really don't. I mean, I can see him dropping. To be honest with you, Bucks. Bucks. Yeah,
I'm gonna go
Bucks.
with the Bucks too. I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
Because
Yeah,
I can't say like everything that we've been hearing. I don't think that he's gonna go top 10. And then on top of that, I'm just not in love with his mechanics. To be honest with you.
I could agree. I'm gonna go with the Bucks as well. I think he's gonna fall in the draft, and that's where he'll land. Because I don't see because I heard possibly the Titans. I don't see the Titans going out again. Now they got Malik Willis, Will Levis, and Ryan Tannehill in the quarterback room. That's horrible.
Well, for me, for the Titans, I was going to say once you brought up Anthony Richardson, it was going to be my options are going to be the Colts and the Titans because I mean we all saw Malik Willis last year. Bro, don't look like he's going to be that guy. So yeah, I would most likely I would take Anthony Richardson and take a flyer on that before I just pass up on it and keep Malik Willis.
Yeah, I got Richardson going to the Colts, man. The Colts have to
Hmm.
draft a quarterback. If
Yeah,
they
that's a
if they
fact.
if they fuck this up and don't draft a quarterback, I don't know what's going on with that team
Unless
at
they're
this
going
point.
out here and getting Lamar.
That too, that too. Then the Ravens, they might get Anthony Richardson.
I
You
mean,
gonna be
hey,
nervous.
nah,
You gonna be
nah, nah.
nervous.
The thing about you is you only look at the short side because say the coach drafted somebody and Anthony Richardson would just keep on sliding. They don't have to pick up Lamar before the draft. It could be after the draft, and then the first round pick would be next year. Well, who knows who would be? I guarantee it won't be a top draft pick with Lamar playing quarterback because they're gonna win that division if Lamar's on the coach.
Well, then that would be stupid Ravens. I don't know why you would do that shit, but I'm not. Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
right. And the last one is going to be Hendon Hooker. Is that
hmm
Hendon Hooker?
Um, I've been seeing a lot of people say Minnesota. Um, so I'd say Minnesota or maybe depending on how far he dropped. If he was to drop to the second round, maybe Seattle. Also Anthony Richardson for Seattle, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I think Hendon Hooker's going to the Vikings as well. I think it's about that time that they need to start looking past Kirk Cousins. You get a young quarterback in there to to try to find a connection between him and Jettas. And he was on a Heisman tear before he tore his ACL. So hopefully he's back healthy. And I mean, at one point the Vikings did have Teddy Bridgewater, Tavares Jackson. So they've 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 had a couple of athletic quarterbacks back there.
Kirk has brought some stability to the team, and I know y'all like to poo poo Kirk, but yeah, Kirk is he's top 15.
Yeah, that's just about what he is. Top 15,
Hey, you can get to the playoffs and win a playoff game with top 15.
and they still haven't won a playoff game with Kirk
Hey,
Cousins.
hey, hey. Yeah, they could. They
Hey,
can. They could win with him. though. I'm not gonna
hey,
say they could.
I'm just showing. I'm just going off what I've seen. That's all I can say, brother.
Oh, oh,
That's all
now
I
you're
can say,
going off
brother.
with just what you've seen.
That's all
Boy,
I can say.
there's you are funny. Um, what else I got here? What's one more? I'm gonna go something that'll interest you. Falcons are seriously scouting quarterbacks. I thought Desmond Ritter was the guy. I really did. I was so shocked and appalled when I seen this. I was like, my man's there has been telling me Desmond Ritter is that guy. He's been telling me that he's QB1. So I'm just trying to figure out he's QB1. Why in the world are the Falcons scouting quarterbacks? There's what say you? What I need explanations.
Yeah, you gotta find a way to continue to build the roster. That's it. That's all I can say, man. You gotta every position is open, man. Every position is available. Hey, we can use all the help we can, brother. That's all I can really say. And you know what? Whatever we do in the draft, I believe in Terry. I believe in Arthur.
Mm,
I believe in Mr. Blank. Uh, and I believe in this organization.
mm.
So whether we draft, we find a way to get Stroud, or
Well, you just throw Stroud name around
hey,
so
hey, hey,
easily.
hey, hey, I'm just
Jesus,
saying, brother. It's
Jesus.
you
Everybody
never
gonna get Stroud.
you never know. You never know. We may jump up to number two and get Stroud. Who knows? Who knows? And now we got the court. Now, are you gonna respect us if we get Stroud? That's all I want to know. Because
Um,
you done anointed the Panthers to winning the division with C.J. Stroud and
I say
Bryce
this.
Young.
I say this. I'll speak on y'all with a little bit more respect than what I do now.
Hey, all I'm saying is, whether we get a quarterback, it's either we
Now, if
get
y'all get if y'all get Will Levis, I'm dogging y'all.
if we get Will Levis, I'm gonna have a problem. Then I'm gonna have a problem. But right now, the people I want on this team for the first round draft pick for the Atlanta Falcons, I'll take C.J. Stroud. I'll take um, uh, I'll take Will
Good
Anderson if
solid.
we trade up. These are guys we got to trade up for. So Will Anderson, C.J. Stroud. What's the D tackle from Georgia?
Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter. I even take Tyree Jackson, but I don't. I think we picked up too many edge rushers last year from the draft. I don't think we're gonna get it. I think we would rather get an interior guy, or we get Christian Gonzalez. But then that means eventually we are gonna cut Casey Hayward, and
That should be okay.
we
That
probably
should
are. I
be.
mean, it's gonna save us $5 million. So, or we get
Oh yeah.
Bijan Robinson. I'm okay. I'm okay with any of those picks.
Or y'all can just get rid of AJ Terrell.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't disrespect him. Don't disrespect my boy. My hey, you know what? You know what, my man? He got an all pro on his resume. That's all I gotta
Mm,
say.
mm.
That's all I gotta
He
say.
don't play like an All Pro when he see one man in Cincinnati.
It's okay because we only seen you once, and he already got an all pro on his resume. That's all I can say.
What if y'all was to see it? Never mind. I can't even say. I can't even make a joke like that because y'all won't make it to the Super Bowl.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Lordy. But what you got for this 32 teams? Got Vikings, Giants, Jags. You want to start it off?
Uh, yeah, I'll start it off. I mean, the Jags just got to build off what they did last year. I mean, Trevor got to continue to elevate, play well. Travis Etienne, he must stay healthy because they don't have no backup behind him. I'm excited to see what Ridley and Christian Kirk look like as far as a
Of
duo.
course.
I
Of
mean,
course.
is Ridley not better than Christian Kirk?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in a year.
Oh my gosh, this guy is
I
something
stay
else.
I stay
This guy's
consistent.
something else.
Stay
Hey,
consistent.
hey. TikTok.
Ha-
Get
Yo,
tell
how am I gonna anoint somebody I haven't seen in a year? Well, me and you have said the same thing about Deshaun Watson, but since you have invested interest in Calvin Ridley, you want me to ignore that he sat out a whole year. I can't do that.
It's okay. It's okay. My boy gonna come back. He's ready. He's in the best shape of his life. I spoke to him. I spoke to him
Mm,
personally. I
mm,
said, "Hey, ain't no hard feelings, brother. I wish you all the best. I
mm,
wish you all the best, my brother." But
mm.
anyway, yeah. So I'm excited to see what that duo looks like because I think Calvin Ridley's gonna have a very good season this year. Um, they need to find more pass rushers. I know they have Trayvon Walker. They also got what's the other guy?
They got
Um,
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Yep, that's what I was thinking of. Um, and then they also got the the guy that they drafted a couple of years ago in the first round,
They also got, I think
Kayshawn
his,
Chason, that
yeah,
hasn't
I think
panned out.
also I think the guy name is Arden Key or something like that. They
I
got
thought I
him.
thought I think he left. I think he
I
left.
thought he was. I thought he resigned.
Did he resign back? Well,
I believe so.
that's a good piece for them if he resigned back.
Yeah, I
Um,
wanted the Bengals to go get him.
But they need to find another corner, whether it's like Emmanuel Forbes from Mississippi State. You got uh, um, Deontay Banks from Maryland. DJ Turner. If we could find him in like the third round, that's a solid corner right there.
If
And they
we,
also, yeah, the Falcons. Yeah, I'm recruiting. I'm recruiting as I'm talking about the Jaguars. But
yo, this man here.
But Brian Branch, from Bama, he could find his way to this team as well. But they need to dominate this division because it's wide open for them to make a run for a couple of years. While the Texans is still rebuilding, while the Colts look like they're in shambles, and the Titans, we all know that they nothing.
Um, yeah, I could agree. I don't know if they're gonna run that division for a bunch of years. I would say next year, and then I think the Texans and the Colts get their stuff together, and then it makes it more interesting out there. And don't let one of these teams be sorry again. But don't let the Titans be real sorry enough to get number one overall pick next year, and then with Caleb Williams or May coming to that division, or your little hopes of Trevor Lawrence running stuff, it's gonna be ending real soon. But yeah, I like they're a good young team.
What you got? What you got on the who do you do? The Giants,
Vikings,
the Vikings.
Vikings. For the Vikings, number one, they got to figure out whatever they're gonna do with Dalvin Cook. To be honest with you, you gonna keep him, trade him, cut him. I mean, bro is owed 10 to 13 million over the next 3 years, and I'm just trying to figure out why they can't get rid of somebody else. I like Zadarius Smith has said he wanted to be released or traded. Why y'all don't just get rid of him if y'all tight on money? I don't get it. I don't know how much Zadarius Smith is making, but I imagine it's double digits in salary. So why not get rid of him? Also, they need some cornerback help. They might need to go ahead and draft a Deontay Banks, a Emmanuel Forbes, something. Also, see about linebacker because didn't they lose Kendricks or something? They lost Kendricks to somebody. Who was it? Philly?
Sure did. Was it no, it wasn't Detroit, right?
I'm not sure. I just know they lost him. I do know that. But also, they need to figure out they need to figure out wide receiver number two because in the playoffs they were shading and bracketing and double teaming Jettas the whole game, and they had nobody else. I mean, they got Hawkinson, but I mean, you need another wide receiver too. I mean, this ain't cutting it to be honest with you, and they better just hope that Brian Flores can turn over that defense because last year that defense was just straight up ass, and also extend Jettas. Now I know that's going to be a big salary because he's going to probably want to be paid the highest at his position, but he's
Well
worth it.
deserved.
I was going to say he's worth it. So and also figure out whatever you're going to do with Kirk Cousins, like whether you're going to find his replacement. I mean, I don't really see a logical or real like option for them right now besides the draft. But They got to figure out something because, I mean, you're basically middle of the pack. I mean, nobody believed in the Vikings last year, even when they won 11, 12 games, because everybody could see that they was fraudulent. And what happened? They lost in the first round. So I think they're gonna have to figure out some stuff on this team, especially on that defensive side and wide receiver number two, Dalvin Cook, Darius Smith. This team, man, I don't know, man. If they wasn't in that weak division, I would say nobody coming out that division because all of them got hard schedules this year.
Yeah, they might be falling to the you think they might be falling into like a Titan situation where they're like
Yeah,
they don't know
yeah.
their identity at this point. They don't know
Well,
where they should be cutting loose on players and where they should be adding pieces. I can tell you now, this defensive back core has been horrible for the last 5 years.
yeah, but only I won't go as far as the Titans because I like McDonald, the head coach. I think he's a good play caller. They got Jettas. The Titans don't have a Jettas. I think Kirk is better than Tannehill.
They
Like
got a
they have
Derrick Henry.
the what the fuck is Derrick Henry?
He's
He
not a
don't change.
Jettis.
No, no.
He don't change the way you play defense. You
He
got
changes the
eight
way
people
some
in the
people.
box.
He changes the way some people play defense. I know he doesn't change the way the Bengals play defense. I know that. He doesn't show up against us. But we're not talking about the Bengals. I'm just sitting there saying, I'm not like, I feel like for the Titans, that's over with. That run first stuff is over with. You can't win like that. So that's why I'm just like, I'm not sold on them. And I'm also not sold on the Vikings unless they make some major changes.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, Again, I think they're stuck in that identity phase where they don't know what to do. So I mean, even if you bring in another quarterback, okay, he'll compete with Kirk Cousins, but what do you do with Dalvin Cook? You gotta, you lost Adam Thielen, but you know what? They do got what's his name, Osborne, who you
Mm,
hope that he steps up and be and could be a number two after
he's
being
straight.
I mean, he's a good number three, number four.
Yeah, he'd
Really,
be a good number three.
he's a really good number three, number four. I mean, I don't see many other number threes and number fours going out there and getting 150 plus receiving yards. Um,
Tyler Boyd.
really, but
I
yeah,
think he had a
this
hundred and something on the Falcons.
when
I think he had a hundred and something on the
bro,
Falcons when y'all played.
we had
I
all
don't care
three.
about
We
that,
had a
bro.
no,
I
no,
don't
no, no.
care
We
about
had
that.
all of our whole defensive
I
back
don't
core
care about that. I
hurt.
don't care about that. Y'all don't say that when the Bengals lost to the Chiefs when we didn't have none of our offensive linemen out there. We're
It's
gonna keep the
different.
same energy. We're
It's
gonna keep
different.
the same energy.
It's different.
You're right. One was an important game and one was a regular season game where y'all just got your ass smacked.
You're right, but guess what? You know what Dion said? We coming. We coming. We here. We rise up. Rise up. But yeah, I don't know. This Vikings team is they're stuck in this gray area to where we don't know if they're really good or really bad because they won 11 games last year within 1 point. So you have a worse roster now. What do you think that? What do you
And a
think?
tough schedule this year.
So I mean that those 11 games can easily those 1 point games can turn into maybe 6 wins, 7 wins. So I don't know, man. Giants. Giants. First things first is are we paying Saquon or what? Because Saquon ain't playing. No, are we are we paying the guy that's gonna score the touchdowns or what? You paid Daniel Jones, okay. You got Darren Waller, that's nice. You got the defense stepped up big time. But you lost Logan Ryan, who was a good, veteran piece back there. But you still got like what's the dude? Is his name Isaiah McKinney from Bama?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They got him back there. You still got the dude from that used to play with Tennessee back there at the corner position, Dory Jackson. Um, they need linebacker help for sure because what's the name? did not look good. What's
Jalen Smith.
Jalen Smith? Yeah, yeah. You need to upgrade there. There's some linebackers in the draft, but you also need another receiving threat, and you need O line help as well. So I mean, you definitely need more weapons on offense because
Oh,
for some reason, that training staff, whoever's training these guys, whoever's getting treatment for the receivers, for the skill players, needs to be fired because they can't stay healthy.
For me, I got find a true number one receiver. To be honest with you, I mean, yeah, I like that you added Darren Waller. I do like that, but then also, what we gonna do after that? Like, there's still nobody on the outside that you're really even blinking an eye at. Like, oh, they could really beat me. I mean, if I was them, I would look at Zay Flowers in the draft or Jordan Addison in the draft, and or maybe see about D Hop or see about Allen Robinson. That's probably a cheaper option right there, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, he didn't put up the numbers with the Rams, but I think Allen Robinson could still be like decent. Like he was decent when he was with the Bears. And also figure out the Saquon situation. I don't know if this is gonna be crazy, but shoot, think about trade him and draft Bijan. I mean, that'd be the quickest fix. But then you also still got to mess with Dexter Lawrence because he's saying he's not gonna report to camp until he gets the deal. So I mean, the Giants got some. They're gonna have to figure some of this stuff out. To be honest with you. Also, I said it earlier. Maybe look at Buda Baker. I mean, you lost Love. Also, I think he went to Seattle. I think, but I mean, there's multiple people that they lost on this defense, and also they might need to add a center. They definitely need to add some corner help. I'm I'm not that high on Daniel Jones, but I would also say you better hope Daniel Jones is not a one hit wonder and he reverts back to his old ways of throwing interceptions and turning the ball over like Josh Allen.
Yeah, yeah, because he is a gambler. But at least he has wheels. At least he can run the football, escape the pocket a little bit.
So does
Um,
Josh Allen, but that ain't stop him from turning the ball over left and right.
it's very true. That's very true. You know what? Just kind of, I did have one more round robin, and this kind of fits into what you said about D Hop. I mean, would you trade draft capital for stars like veteran stars like D Hop, Dalvin Cook, Buda Baker, Devin White? These are some guys that are asking for trades. Would you give up draft capital to potentially draft the next 21, 22-year-old kid, 23-year-old guy that'll step up into that role and could potentially have him for a rookie deal for the next 4 years?
I honestly think it just depends on who you are. I also did see that the Bucks have no intention of trading Devin White, but out of all those guys, well, I would trade for Dalvin Cook too, but it'd have to be like maybe just a fifth or sixth rounder to be honest with you. D Hop, same, but his contract is just too damn big. Um, and then Devin White, like say if I was the Bills, who you say is a title contender, I would go out there and get Devin White. Maybe that might be the piece to push them over. You never know. So yeah, I just think it just depends on who you are and where you're at in this league. Like if you're actually a legit contender.
Yeah, yeah, man. Um, hey, send Saquon to Atlanta. We take him. Take him.
Y'all take everybody.
We will. We will. We need the help.
Jesus.
Hey, Dom, man. We this is a good one, brother.
Yeah, man. Jesus. Boy, Jimmy would have hated all the Falcon and Bengals talk that just got bought up.
He would
I
have
try to
showed
tell
his
you.
Patriots some love.
Nah, he can't right now. They asked. Oh, he gonna bring up what they did in the past. Must be.
The six rings, the dynasty.
Yeah, yeah, the dynasty. How could you go against that? Stuff like that.
Oh man, oh man. So we got the draft coming up in a few weeks, man. I'm excited for that. I know you are too. Possibly get y'all potential tight end. That'll be nice.
Oh
That'll
yes,
be
Michael
nice.
Mayer or Kincaid. Come see me. I also take Jones. Also, Dewan Jones. I'll take you also. But yeah, we need need some high end talent over there. Maybe trade Jonah. You know, something.
Hey, we need a guard, man. Can Jonah play guard, man?
I don't know. Maybe I know they projected him to probably be a guard when he was coming out of the draft, but he said he was a left tackle. Well, you see how that turned out for him. He lost his job, but you know, hey, hey, y'all want to give us y'all second round pick?
Whoa, nah, that's a little too much. A little too much. We do have we might have a fourth round draft pick,
I,
but
I
I
can't.
don't
We can't
know.
get a blue chip player with a fourth round player.
I don't know, man. We done traded our fifth round draft pick, so now I think that limits us. We
I mean, what about? I mean, we could do. Y'all could do second Jonah, and we give you about 160th pick or something like that.
yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know about that. I think y'all keep him. We gonna move forward. We gonna move forward with what we
He
got.
might be there. He might be there.
Well, guys, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Hit us up YouTube, Facebook, IG, Twitter, TikTok. Hit us up on TikTok. We are here for you. We're here to answer any of your questions. If you guys want to hear any specific topics, let us know. And you guys already know. Until next time, peace.